Rainbow Six Siege is a first-person shooter. A lot of people call it like a tactical FPS. You're either an attacker or you're a defender, and you typically spend 5 or 6 rounds on each side defending or attacking. The Six Invitational is the biggest Siege event of the year. 16 of the best teams across the world come to Montreal, Canada. We play out in an all-out LAN event. It crowns a world champion in Siege. Year 1, it was us before we joined Evil Geniuses. It was Continuum.
When you look at the way that EG's played internationally, they'll always be the team that won the very first Invitational. But the game's come a long way since then.
Year 2, it was Penta. Now they're G2.
Work together, great communication.
That G2-EG matchup is still widely regarded as the best game of Rainbow Six that's ever been played.
Flawless round for Penta as Pengu eliminates Young. Now EG will need to retake the site. But Young trading off Goga. Foggy takes MBK down BC. Pengu goes for one on the Young. Can he go the second? They're often known as the best team in the world.
If I'm EG, I'm pretty hungry to avenge the fact that they haven't performed as well as they did in their matchup at the last Six Invitational.
Year 3, which is what we're in now, is undecided.
Oh no! You should very well be aware of who this is. Very much the quintessential North American team.
My name is Gotcha, and I'm the coach for Evil Geniuses. The main lineup on our team is Troy, and he's our team captain.
We got Geo. He plays all over the place, like all sorts of roaming operator.
Next up, we have Young.
He's just a hardcore support player, both sides. Got Nate.
He plays flank watch for us on attack.
Amar, he plays support flex kind of roles, where you give the gun no one wants to use.
We're hoping to be the only 2-time champion going into Invitational this year.
I'm smoking, watch out. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. One's Jet.
Siege is really a game about information.
Do you know where they're playing at in meeting, Nate, or are they?
If you have information on where an enemy is or how they're playing or how they're set up, you can develop a strategy to counter that.
Young, your other mirror is going to be on box, okay?
I would probably say that 50% of the tournament is won just in what you do before the event even starts.
Troy, you're going to reinforce workshop. Nate, you'll reinforce workshop. Amar, we need to open up a line of sight here, just like head level.
You guys gotta push. You guys gotta push here, because Evil Eyes are up.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once again to the Six Invitational. We are here for our final game of the day on the main stream, and it'll be Evil Geniuses going up against Lestream. It is going to be an interesting one. And of course, taking a look at Evil Geniuses, if you've been a fan of Rainbow Six for a long time, you should very well be aware of who this is.
I'd say it was a highly anticipated match, probably like one of the toughest matches of the first day of matches.
And this is starting to look like an offensive win all over again, but Geo trying to bring it back from the depths, and he will, ladies and gentlemen. That ult is so dangerous in the proper hands.
It definitely started out rough. It started out rough, especially for me.
This offense has not been able to find much success at breaking that up, and oh my goodness, Rise gonna find Canadian on the rotate.
They had a significant lead. We were down 2-6.
Right now, being shut down, 0-8 is Canadian. Canadian's just not finding too much success. EG gonna take a tactical timeout, which honestly, I think this is a bit late, yes. They're in hot water. This is their map. And again, you're supposed to win your maps.
So we've seen some amazing comebacks before, of course.
Geo kind of talked to everyone. I think we made like the right adaptations and changes.
Things are about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Canadian still all the way up inside of Attic. And it's a no-go for the boys of Lestream. EG all the way down to
Who comes back, Ben? You can't shut me down!
Troy's very, very loud. I feed into it a little bit, but I also think it's hilarious.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our opening map of the final matchup of the day here. It's Norengu up against Evil Geniuses.
They won their first match against Penta, we won ours against Lestream. winner moves on to the playoffs.
Now the pressure's on EG to quickly retake into this. A 1-for-1 exchange brings us into 1v1, but it's Necrox to pick up both kills in a row.
Only 5 seconds left to go. There is no time, and Young's gonna find Papilia, and that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Geniuses going to the main stage. The boys that bleed blue back at the Invitational main stage for the 3rd time.
EG's grind is really paying off. They look like one of the best teams in North America, easily one of the best teams in the world. If there's a weekend that you're really going to put that to the test, it's going to be the Invitational.
Yes, this one is working very well. Okay, good.
Xfinity entrusted us with one all-access pass that we could give to our biggest fan so that they could meet the team backstage on game day.
I know Yoda from last year's Invitational. He's the crazy fan that I don't actually know how he can talk anymore after screaming that loud for so long.
We wanted to make him work for it just a little bit, so we came up with a fake poetry contest. It was more about showing that he really was the craziest Evil Geniuses fan.
Box in the semi-finals, EG and Team Reciprocity.
Let me test it again.
With Evil Geniuses banning out the Jackal and starting on attack, they're going to have to rely on their roam clear to be as swift and effective as possible. Finally down to a 3v3. Good spot to be in for Evil Geniuses. Still have a lot of utility.
They tried to catch us off guard. We adapted really quickly on attack.
Fox A's hit the deck to try and peek the holes, and all it takes is one peek from G. Evil Geniuses 1 map away from a rematch against G2.
You can peek everything. I'll really smoke red. You're doing a great job. Just keep working together.
Going into Villa, we knew it was a map that suited them a bit better.
As the first toxic bait comes out, Canadian holding, flank for Laxing on the back. Candel's come out, but Laxing in, laying in wait. Skies as well will grab one of his own onto Necrox.
I think we ended up going 3-3 on defenses, which isn't really something you can do on Villa.
Smoke double, now smoke the middle, right on you. So.
This does not look good for Evil Geniuses with only 30 seconds remaining. In a crossfire now from the opposite side of the bar, 4 seconds left, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to map 3 between Reciprocity and Evil Geniuses. If you're Evil Geniuses, you focus one round at a time. You win this one, you move on to the next.
I think the day kind of caught up to us.
Midway through the round, it's an early ingress for Reciprocity, and they're demolishing. If you're Reciprocity, you don't want to give EG 1 single inch to claw their way back.
The energy had definitely died down. I think people lost the gas.
It's a 1v3, Canadian to keep his team alive in the biggest tournament in the world. Turning the corner, he grabs one on the mark, trying to go in for 2 against Fox. All it will take is 2 bullets. Close range with the Deagle. Deagles him down. 1v1 against Laxing. And Laxing on top. Reciprocity eliminate Evil Geniuses.
I did not think this day would come where we would see them shut down. And the Every result, even if it's a loss, for me, it proved that EG is the best team in the world.
Losing an invitational is not something that you handle very easily. Going into the match, I was feeling really good, very confident.
I think I hate losing a little bit more than I like winning.
When I walked off the stage, I thought I was dreaming. I'm gonna wake up in an hour, and we're gonna replay this game, and we're gonna go and win.
I think even after this loss, I'm feeling good about the team.
I think we handled this loss probably the best out of all of them.
Just kind of beat ourselves again.
We'll definitely come back stronger.
I'm actually going to meet the Evil Geniuses. It's amazing to me.
Gaming brought me out of my shell, and I got to meet a lot of great people, especially my teammates. I respect them a lot, and basically my family.
My team feels like friends. I think we are friends. Well, I know we're friends, but
This doesn't really change our outlook at all. Like, I know the ability of our players, and I know that when we come together as a team and we just play our game, no other team can beat us.
You want me to read it out loud?
Fire away.
Alright. I'm sad when you lose. I'm hyped when you win. Everything in my life has changed for the best just because of you. Each victory makes me fly. All I know is we're gonna get that bread. Our GOAT is top of the class in geometrics. You better stand your ground against the mighty Necrocs. While the Valenti Kings sits on his throne, his young soldier will strike the fury of the big bad Canadian. Watch out, the Evil Genius is gonna gut ya.
EG ready!
That's it. You've won.